O chosen one, the fall is imminent. You were born to relieve the new generation. Hello, welcome to the Sussurro Divinos channel. You have been chosen, and it is a pleasure to have you here today for another moment of reflection, inspiration, and motivation. My heart fills with joy to feel your luminous presence joining our egregore of love. On this channel, we share messages from the angels to illuminate your journey, bringing peace and serenity to your day. We believe that each soul has a divine connection waiting to be rediscovered and nurtured. If you are looking for clarity, comfort, and a deeper meaning to your days, you have found your place. Subscribe now so you don't miss the divine messages that come especially for you, so that we can walk together on this path of light. Feel at home, because here you are not just another spectator. You are an essential part of our spiritual family. Let's talk about this impending fall. The word may sound scary, doesn't it? It conjures up images of chaos, of loss, of falling apart. And on some level, that's what many of us are experiencing or witnessing. Old political, economic, social, and even spiritual systems are being shaken to their foundations. We see polarization, uncertainty, pain. Perhaps you feel it in your own life. Financial challenges, relationships that change or end, questions about your purpose, a sense of not belonging in this world as it presents itself. Reflective pause, slightly more introspective music. Especially for us, souls who have already crossed the 30, 40, 50 or more years mark. We carry the baggage of experiences, the scars of past battles, the wisdom that only time and trials bring. We have seen cycles close, promises break, dreams adapt. And perhaps in the midst of all this, you have felt lost, tired, or even invisible, as if your light was overshadowed by the density of the world. But the angels whisper to us a different perspective. They invite us to look beneath the surface of chaos. They tell us that this fall is not an end, but a release, a necessary breaking of all that no longer serves the evolution of human and planetary consciousness. It is the dismantling of the old to make room for the new. It is the dark night of the collective soul that precedes a radiant dawn. And this is where you come in, dear soul. You who feel deeply. You who seek the truth behind appearances. You who have kept the flame of hope alive even in the darkest moments. You are not here by chance at this very moment in history. Your sensitivity, your empathy, your search for meaning, these are signs that your soul carries the seeds of the new generation. Not necessarily a generation defined by chronological age, but a generation of consciousness, of high values, of unconditional love. You have been prepared through your own journeys, your own falls and overcomings, to be a beacon, to anchor light, peace, and wisdom in the midst of transition. You were born to lift up not only yourself, but to inspire and guide those around you, to co-create a new reality. The angels bring us clear messages at this time. They want you to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are supported, guided, and immensely loved. The first message they share today is about validating your sensitivity. Dear being of light, they whisper, your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your greatest gift. It is through it that you perceive the subtle currents of change, that you connect with the pain of others and with our presence. Do not close yourself off to what you feel. Honor your intuition, your hunches, the emotions that course through you. They are divine compasses guiding you through the fog. What the world calls too sensitive is actually too connected to the truth of the heart and soul. Use this connection to discern your path and to offer compassion. Reflect for a moment. How many times have you judged yourself for feeling too much? How many times have you tried to harden your heart to protect yourself? The angels now invite you to embrace this sensitivity as the sacred tool that it is. It is your divine radar, Have you ever had the feeling of receiving downloads of information, ideas or solutions that seem to come out of nowhere, as if a clear and luminous thought appeared in your mind? Pause. This is one of the signs of your connection being activated. We will talk more about how to expand this communication in a moment. If this message about honoring your sensitivity resonated in your heart, please leave a like on the video here. It is a simple gesture, but it helps us spread this light and show the universe that we are receptive to more clarity and love. Let me share a story with you. The story of Ilara. Ilara was a woman in her early 40s. She had a seemingly stable life, a secure job, a family. But inside, she felt a growing emptiness, a profound disconnect. She watched the news, felt the tension in the world and in her own environment, and an inexplicable anguish took hold of her. She felt small, powerless in the face of it all. She began to have vivid dreams, to feel an inexplicable need to spend more time in nature, to be moved by small acts of kindness in a way she hadn't before. At the same time, she felt increasingly out of place in superficial conversations and competitive environments. She even thought she was becoming depressed or that something was wrong with her. One day, in a quiet moment searching for answers, she found a space like ours, a circle of spiritual sharing. She began to hear messages about being a light worker, about the planetary transition, about the call of awakened souls. At first, she hesitated. It seemed too grandiose, too far removed from her ordinary reality, but the words echoed the truth that her soul was already whispering. She began, timidly, to practice meditation, to pay attention to her intuition, to honor her sensitivity, instead of hiding it. Small changes began to happen. She began to choose her company better, to say no to things that drained her energy, to find joy in simple things. The most incredible thing was that, as she began to take care of her own light, she noticed that her presence changed the environment around her. Co-workers came to seek her advice. Friends felt calmer around her. She didn't need to make speeches or do great things. Just by being herself, aligned with her inner truth, she became a beacon of peace, a silent example of resilience and hope. Ilara understood that raising the new generation did not mean carrying the world on her shoulders, but rather incorporating the frequency of love and peace into her own being and letting that light radiate naturally. She was, in fact, a chosen one, not because she was perfect, but because she had the courage to hear her soul's call amidst the noise of the world. Does this story sound familiar to you in any way? Ilara's journey is the journey of many of us, members of this family of light. The second message the angels bring us today is about the power of conscious co-creation. Beloved soul, they continue, you are not here merely to witness change, but to actively participate in it. The fall opens a vacuum, a fertile space for the new. And what is planted in that space depends on the consciousness that fills it. Your intentions, your thoughts, your words, and most of all your feelings are the most powerful co-creative tools you possess. Where you focus your energy, that is what you nurture and expand. Do not underestimate the power of a peaceful thought sent out into the world, a silent prayer for collective healing, an unexpected act of kindness. Every act of love, no matter how small, ripples through the fabric of reality, neutralizing dense energies and strengthening the planet's light grid. You, the chosen ones, are called to be guardians of the frequency of love. Keep your vibration high, even in the face of challenges. Envision the world you wish to see, a world of peace, harmony, respect, and abundance for all. Feel the emotion of that reality as if it were already here. This is your most vital contribution to raising up the new generation. How have you been using your co-creative power lately? Has your energy been invested in fear, complaining, or hopelessness? Or have you consciously chosen to nurture thoughts and feelings of love, gratitude and hope, even if only for a few moments? Each day, remember, it's not about ignoring problems, but about choosing not to give them your full inner power. It's about being a spiritual alchemist, transforming the lead of worry into the gold of divine trust. Did you know that the energy of the human heart generates an electromagnetic field thousands of times stronger than that of the brain? And that when several hearts unite with the same intention of love and peace, this field amplifies exponentially. Imagine the power we have together, like a circle of divine whispers. Thinking about this and the message about co-creation, I invite you to share here in the comments, what is the first step, no matter how small, that you feel you can take today to consciously raise your vibration and contribute to this energy of love in the world? Your sharing can inspire others in our community. We understand the call. We feel the resonance of the angelic messages. But how do we bring this into our practical lives, into our often hectic and challenging daily lives? Angels remind us that spirituality is not something separate from life, but rather how we live each moment. Anchoring the light does not require complex rituals, although they can help, but rather presence and intention. Start the day with connection. Before you even pick up your phone or get involved with tasks, set aside 5 minutes. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and ask your angel guides to light up your day. Affirm your intention to be a channel of peace and love. It's that simple. Practice mindful presence. Throughout the day, bring your attention to the present moment. Whether you're washing the dishes, working on your computer, or talking to someone, observe your thoughts without judgment. Feel life pulsing through you. Presence is a gateway to inner peace, even in the midst of outer chaos. Choose compassion for yourself and others. When anger arises, when judgment comes, and it will, we are human. Take a breath and choose compassion. Remember that everyone is fighting their own battles. Extend the same kindness to yourself that you would extend to a dear friend. Seek sources of light. Instead of drowning in a sea of negative news, actively seek out inspiring stories, acts of kindness, beauty in nature or art. Feed your soul with what uplifts you, with what reminds you of the inherent goodness of the universe. Create your inner sanctuary. Find moments, even if brief, to retreat into silence. This could be listening to soft music, meditating, praying, writing in a journal, or simply sitting. In silence, recharge your batteries in this sacred space within yourself. Remember, dear soul, being a chosen one is not about perfection, but about progress. It is about the conscious choice, moment by moment, to align with your inner light and divine love. On this journey, it is essential to know that you are not alone. Look around, metaphorically speaking, in the comments, in the energy of this channel. There are many of us feeling this calling, seeking to live more consciously and lovingly. We form a family of light, a circle of divine whispers that support, inspire, and grow together. When you interact here, when you share your experience, your doubt, or your small victory, you strengthen this egregore. You remind another brother or sister on the journey that they are not alone either. The strength of the community is immense in this transition process. Together, our light shines brighter, our resilience increases, our capacity to co-create. The new multiplies. Feel like an integral part of this family. Your presence here is valuable. Your journey matters. We celebrate your every step, every awakening, every act of courage in honoring your truth. Conclusion: we have reached the end of our meeting today, but the journey continues in each heart, recapitulating the precious messages that the angels brought us. The fall that we perceive is a necessary release, an invitation for rebirth. You, with your sensitivity and experiences, were chosen to be a pillar in this reconstruction, not through great external feats, but by anchoring the frequency of love and peace in your own being. Your sensitivity is your gift, your tool of divine connection, and you have the power to co-create the new reality through your conscious intentions, thoughts, and feelings. Remember Ilara's story, how transformation begins from the inside out. Now, I would like to leave you with a question to reflect on, and if you feel the call, share it in the comments. As you recognize yourself as a chosen one to rebuild the new generation of consciousness, what unique quality or gift do you feel you can offer the world at this moment? It doesn't have to be something grand. It could be your calm, your listening, your joy, your strength. What does your soul whisper? Thanks and final delivery, reward. My deep gratitude for your luminous and presence, for opening your heart to receive these messages. Thank you for being part of our family of light here at Sussurro Divinos. May you leave this gathering feeling validated, strengthened, and inspired to fully embrace your sacred role. The reward for your attention, for having stayed this far, is this final blessing. May the angels of clarity illuminate your mind. May the angels of peace calm your heart, and may the angels of strength guide your steps. May you recognize the magnificence of your own soul and walk with confidence, knowing yourself supported and essential. You are light, you are love, you are hope made manifest. Go in peace, spread your unique light, and remember, reconstruction begins with you. Until our next meeting, may your days be filled with blessings and divine whispers.